Sydney Cricket Ground, the venue for England's semi-final against South Africa. The two teams have already met once in the competition so far, when England won off the last ball.
Okay, we'll have a ball, thanks.
Kepler, not too worried about the rain?
Yeah, it is a calculated risk, but you know, if it rains while we're bowling, it's not too bad. It's the problem comes in if you're batting tonight and it rains, but that's a risk we're prepared to take, and we're going to stick to our basic tactics.
The team uses England play Richard Illingworth, Derek Pringle still struggling with his damaged rib muscles, and Gladstone Small takes his place. Robin Smith has a back injury and Alan Lamb replaces him. South Africa are at full strength. Peter Kirsten has made 399 runs at an average of 80 in the competition so far. We join the England innings, they're 2 for no wicket.
In the air and wide there. If that had been a third slip, he would have taken a catch. However, a good delivery, and I can tell you that both of them didn't know much about it. It went flying off the outside of his bat so fast that the third man couldn't cut it off. Good shot, straight down the ground. That's what he's there for. To turn it on, and into the fence it goes. So both of them send out to get on with it. Those Union Jacks are waving. England off to a flyer, no wicket for 18. Oh, well bowled, being appealed there for caught behind. He's given him out. He's given him out. That didn't look back. Gooch is on his way. Well, he might have bowled a few wides, but I tell you what, he's not a bad bowler. That was a quick delivery, nip back, didn't hit the inside edge. Gooch didn't look very happy. The South Africans have struck.
Oh, did he hit the inside edge? That's the question. Seemed to hit him on the pattern the way through, or the thigh. Seemed to miss the bat by a long way. Big shout from Rick, kept excitement from the South Africans, and that's fair enough, but I think that might have been a rough decision. It's 1 for 20.
Have a look at the strike rate of Alex Stewart. 70 runs per 100 balls. He really has played well.
And he's gone. Merrick Pringle has troubled Ian Botham, beaten him a couple of times outside off stump, and finally he's been rewarded.
Merrick Pringle has really settled down after some wayward deliveries early on in his spell. And he's had both them and Alex Stewart in trouble, and here he just gets one to nip back, and both them on the cut, drags it on, just clips off stump. And Merrick Pringle very excited about that. England in a little bit of trouble now, having lost 2 wickets, 2 for 39.
Well, this could be a pretty interesting confrontation. Graham Hick coming in with the ball moving around a little bit. There's a bit of bounce out there. And Alan Donald is bowling fast. Merrick Pringle is bowling well. Oh, that's got to be pretty close. Umpire Aldridge isn't over keen on giving LBWs. Kepler Wessels nearly had a heart attack there at first slip. He thought he had the third one.
Is Kepler Wessels shaking his head? He can't believe it. And it's might have just been going down leg side there, but it's caught him right on the crease. It's a very, very, very close decision there. Yeah, you see it from stump vision, and oh, it looks as if it's going to hit the camera right between the eyes.
Edged and taken by Kepler Wessels, but no ball is called. So he's having a charmed life, Graham Hick.
Merrick Pringle will want to shoot himself here.
It's nicely played into the pitch and bounced straight over Jonty Rhodes' head. Oh, and that's a dangerous slide from Hansi Cronje. Slid over the top of the ball and then whacked into the gutter. There's a little cement gutter there. It's not a good idea to go crunching into that. Same shot, same result. 50 up for England in the 11th over.
Oh, that's a very good shot. He really hit that beautifully. There's a lot of protection down behind point, but they could do nothing about that one. So Snell continues to be expensive.
Got him. Brilliantly done. David Richardson diving away to his right. That's a super catch. McMillan has broken through. Stewart goes. And South Africa badly needed that wicket.
He impresses me, David Richardson. Very good pair of hands. He's done some excellent work in this competition. Nothing any better than that. That was a very good catch and coming just at the right time for South Africa. Alex Stewart is gone. It's 3 for 110.
Neil Fairbrother is the new batsman. That's what happens in the big time, and that's a magnificent shot. Played away beautifully off his toes. Hick flicking that one to backward square leg. Right into the gap for 4. That's his 50. A little fumble there. Graham Hick takes a big sigh there, and out of their seats go the Englishmen. The Union Jacks are aloft.
That's beautifully hit. That was 4 from the time it left the bat. There's a third man. He had absolutely no chance of getting around for it. I think I spotted in the last couple of overs Hick and Fairbrother having a look at the scoreboard, and I think they do realise that they only have about 45 minutes left now.
And for one of them, it's even less than that. Neil Fairbrother, the man to go. Pringle deserved that as much as any bowler could deserve anything. It's been a very good exhibition of bowling in what has been something of a run glut for England. 4 for 183.
Coming back between a very large gate for the left-hander. He's brought the ball back into him earlier and absolutely sliced him in half. Now he just about sliced the stump in half. So 4 for 183. Fairbrother gone for 28. New batsman is Alan Lamb. A great thrill for him, representing England against the country of his birth. He was unable to do that in the qualifying round match because of injury. In fact, this is only his 3rd match in the competition.
Can't do much about that.
It's just about the perfect one-day shot. 4 more to Hick. He's got 83 now. Top innings by him. And he's approaching his highest score in one-day internationals. But not anymore. Jonty Rhodes in the way. And anything close to him is going to be hauled down as he pulled that one down, two-handed. And Graham Hick goes for 83. Tremendous innings by him. And I suppose Australians, even though they're not involved in this conflict, will point to the fact that the score is 187.
Hick out for 83, a standing ovation for the England batsman, 5 for 187.
Chris Lewis comes in now, South Africa having taken 2 decisive wickets. Oh, that's beautifully played. That's a lovely on drive. One of the most pleasing shots in cricket, and played pleasingly by Chris Lewis for 4. It's 5 for 194.
You'd have thought John Major would have got a better seat than that.
It's a great shot. Lamb hitting the fence on the 4 over cover. That's Alan Lamb at his best.
This is exactly Alan Lamb at his best. He's hit this shot over extra cover with tremendous power, giving himself a bit of room.
He's gone, bottom edge. That's the break that South Africa needed, going for the square cut. It was wide enough to hit. Lamb getting a thickish bottom edge, and the wicketkeeper doing the rest.
Well, it was almost wide enough if Alan Lamb had missed it for the umpire to call wide, but he's just got a little bottom edge on that. Very unfortunate for Alan Lamb, just as he was starting to get into his stride there. Alan Lamb goes for 19. England are 6 for 221.
Dermot Reid ran to the centre of the Sydney ground because England are aware that they're going to run out of overs here, which is unfair on a final, one feels. .44 overs bowled. They'll probably get 46 overs in South Africa. England 6 for 234. A good batting performance by England. Donald chipped away nicely through the gap. That's going to go all the way. Dermot Reid doing a great job for England. This could well be the last over. It's taking so long to bowl with runs flowing. It's gone again. That could be 6. That's a big long hit. Just bounces over the fence. Great over for England.
This is fabulous stuff for England. Dermot Reid obviously had a very good look at Alan Donald in the nets at Warwickshire. And shake, rattle and roll there, enjoying every moment of this.
This probably will be the last over. Here comes Donald. Clubs it down to long on, so 1 ball remaining, still 6:09. Donald will walk slowly back to his mark. 17 runs off this over so far.
And the clock's just moved to 6:10 on the main scoreboard, so if that is a tactic, it's worked very well for South Africa. The last thing they would have wanted to see was another 17, 18 runs coming from the next over.
And that's a rule that had to be changed for the next World Cup. You can't have a side only receiving 46 overs in a lot of time. 45 overs, in fact. Let's club that down to long on. Just the single. Look at the umpire, 6 for 252. And the players coming off the ground after 45 overs. That's a disappointing aspect. They only received 45 overs, but England have done very well. 6 for 252.
England was struggling at 39 for 2 when Hick came to the wicket, and his 83 off 90 balls was the turning point of the innings. Lewis and Reeves' final onslaught was very important, as South Africa only bowled 45 overs in the time allocated. We joined the South African reply in the 5th over. They're 26 for no wickets.
He's gone. That's the wicket that England wanted. Chris Lewis at backward point, straight to him. Couple of vessels heading towards the umpire. I think he's left something in his safekeeping. No, what's happened is that he's going to stay out there because Peter Kirsten is going to come in and Kepler Wessels is going to run for him. So he's gone to stand over at square leg. So even though he's out, he's still in, if you get what I mean. So he's out for 17, it's 1 for 26. So Peter Kirsten, who is carrying a groin injury, had to leave the field of play during the England innings. He's come out there and will have his captain Kepler Wessels run for him.
What a delivery, what a blow for England. De Freitas, who's been their best bowler, not just here tonight but in other games, has removed the danger man for South Africa. The big scorer in this World Cup, Peter Kirsten.
There's De Freitas. He's beaten Kirsten that over on a couple of occasions, and there he just gets it to pitch middle and hit off. What a fantastic delivery. South Africa 2 for 61.
Adrian Caper is the new batsman for South Africa. Peter Kirsten removed by an absolute cracker of a ball from Philip De Freitas.
Very close, that's got to be close, yes, he's out. A beautiful piece of bowling, forced him on the back foot, he went for the cut, it was the arm ball. And umpire Brian Aldridge doesn't give many LBs, he had a good hard look at that, and that's a superb piece of spin bowling.
Well, that was a lovely delivery, just went on with the arm, just a little skiddy out there. And I don't think there's any doubt about this, hit him on the back leg and right in front of middle stump. And I don't know now, Bill, whether we're still at the same match, but I think you've got a problem, son. England made 252, and they're now 3 for 90. Hansi Cronje is the new batsman, 22 years of age. 8 matches he's played, not out 47 his top score, and his strike rate not bad either, 76.5 runs per 100 balls.
Appeal for it. Umpire Aldridge is just going across to make the signal, but the only thing he raises is his leg, not his finger.
It's an interesting shout from Richard Illingworth and Alex Stewart. Adrian Caper got his leg a long way across in order to make room to try and get the ball round to the leg side, but it needed the ball just to turn a little bit more, to straighten just a little bit more in order to get that decision.
He's gone with him. So Caper has gone, and that's a big wicket for England, because Caper looked very threatening indeed.
Well, that's well bowled, Richard Illingworth. He kept his head while Adrian Caper lost his. It was a wild, wild swing from Adrian Caper. He was aiming a long, long way back into the stands. The head comes up, the bails come off, and England are right back in this game again.
So Caper 36 from 44 deliveries, 4 for 131, South Africa. Jonty Rhodes comes in. He's been brilliant in the field in this competition. He hasn't done much with the bat so far.
And that's gone straight down to square leg. It's going to be out. It's well held, not a problem at all. Graham Hick. Very, very safe hands indeed. Great big buckets of hands down at square leg. Gladstone Small has earned this wicket, and it's Hansi Cronje. Caught Hick, bowled Small.
Score 5 for 176.
Brian McMillan, the man to replace Hansi Cronje. He's gone for it this time. Lewis is underneath. He's going to catch it. Chris Lewis very, very cool under pressure at deep point. He'd been moved out there 2 balls previously by Graham Gooch. And this time, Jonty Rhodes failing to find the gap. He's caught Lewis. He's gone for 43.
6 for 206.
Dave Richardson, the South African wicket-keeper.
Just the last thing we need is rain, and it's probably not going to help bowlers. The last thing they want is a slippery ball, the odd wide. They don't want to give South Africa any extra deliveries, and also the outfielders making throws. It'll be tough.
Norman hits it straight. Fairbrother coming around. It's 2 more. Super over for South Africa.
And now the umpires are going to have a chat. And England are in front at the moment.
Well, there's Peter Kirsten. England will want to come off for sure. They've only got 45 overs, and they're coming off. The crowd will roar here at the Sydney Cricket Ground. It's certainly quite steady, a very difficult situation for the umpires. It's getting heavier by the second. The covers will come out, and this may be the end for South Africa in the second semi-final.
Kepler Wessels said before the match that he'd take his chances with the weather, and unfortunately those words have now come back to haunt him. It's quite ludicrous that the captain of a team in the semi-finals should have to worry about such an imponderable. And scandalous that the rain-affected match rules now decree that South Africa need 22 runs off 7 balls. Worse though to come, amid endless confusion, the composers of these absurd rules decide South Africa now need 22 runs from a single ball. Can one forgive those that invented these rules for spoiling a world event?
And the scoreboard finally confirming what we've thought to be true for some time now. South Africa need 22 runs off this one ball. Somehow, I don't think that's possible.
No, it's a disappointing end to a great semi-final, but that's the rules. The umpires can only abide by the wars for the World Cup. Disappointed Mike Proctor and Peter Kirsten. Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles, as they say, and the England supporters will be delighted, but a disappointing end to a wonderful semi-final. In comes Chris Lewis to bowl the final delivery. It's pushed away to mid-wicket. You can see that all the players are disappointed with that end. The crowd will roar here at the Sydney Cricket Ground. So at the end, it's England and a disappointing finish to a wonderful match. Disappointed Brian McMillan, Kepler Wessels, the manager Ray Jordan there. The South Africans have played very well at the end. The weather beat them. And a very good defending performance also by England with the ball.
A sad end to such an enthralling match, and a dreadful way for South Africa to end their World Cup. For England, De Freitas bowled extremely well in one spell, but doubts about Lewis's fitness for the final persist, as he only bowls 5 overs, and those at a cost of almost 8 and over. So England through to the World Cup final, having defeated South Africa by 19 runs.